Hey, what's up, YouTube?
No, don't restart it. Don't restart it. Don't do that.
We're doing a deck profile. Anyway, we're doing my Marino deck, which is apparently patented. So yeah, first thing we need to talk about is this guy right here. We run 4 of them in the deck. He's 5 mana. He takes a little while to get out, but it works. Whenever you play him, you show your opponent the 3 cards on top of your deck, and you draw everything light and dark. So basically how the deck works is you have 4 of these guys, pretty minimal water section, good light and dark section, and he also works on multi-civ cards with light and dark. So basically we have a bunch of good light and darkness. He runs support. Then you have Thrash Crawler, which is a 1 tech card just to get from the mana, in case you throw anything in there that you want later, like Bluum, Erkis, who we're going to talk about. Hulcus is your standard draw card. We run 4 of them. And 3 streams. So we're going to have even more draw. This deck draws all day long. Basically you can deck yourself out if you're not careful. So hard to deal with. As we found out in one of the video duels.
You will see in future video duels. Yes.
So then we run some Morbid Medicines just to get stuff back from the graveyard, which is really nice. 2 of them, I'm thinking about throwing it down to 1. Tanzanite can go in here too, but he's really, really big, and this deck tends to run on 6 to 8 mana at a time. And so that's what happens there. We run some Squitos just to have a little bit of blocking, but there's a lot more light. So we'll get to that. Squito just takes care of Ganta and other big things like that. We run the standard 4 pits just to remove things, remove threats. Bomedius and Cryptic, that kind of deal. Deck Lawaz, as we just saw. And anything bigger than Bluum or Craze, hard to deal with. But we haven't talked about them yet, so we're moving on. We have Cranium Clamp for discard. We only run 2. And then we have 2 Lost Soul, and they compensate for the other 2 Cranium Clamp. Carl likes to run 4. Christian and I prefer the Lost Soul Cranium Clamp combo. These tend to be game breaking. Cranium Clamp is not. Let's be honest.
As you will see.
Hey, about the second Lost Soul, I like it. It works.
All right. And then we have 2 Locomotivers just to spice it up a little bit. He's a trigger. He's good. All right. Now we have the light section, which is apparently new to this. So we have 3 Awes. Game breaking, incredible. Put them in your decks, splash them. I don't even care if you run light. Just run Holy Awe, because it's the best card ever. And except for Bombazar, because yeah. Then we have 4 Kolons. They're also game breaking. Really, really good card. Great trigger. Gives you that tap advantage when you need to remove one thing. Magris is up next. He's kind of like Hulcus, only bigger, and also an initiate, so you can evolve Craze Valkyrie onto him, and that's really good. And of course, all of these are drawable with Marino. We run the 4 Sariuses. Great blocking force. Throws out there. They're really big. They can swing over creatures. It all works out. And then Craze Valkyrie, which I just got the second one today from Carl, being gracious. And they are incredible. Basically what happens is you evolve one of your initiates, so that's a Sarius or a Magris, and tap 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field. Quite good. And swing over those cards, break some shields, win the game, that kind of deal.
He's pretty much bigger than everything.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we get into multi-civ cards, because Marino can draw them too, as I said before. So we have the Melnias, which are a force to be reckoned with when you're facing off against a rush. They are slayers, so they can kill things when they attack them, especially big stuff, Ganta, Bomedius. If you have trouble with those, it helps a lot.
And he's
and they're quick
too, right?
And he's unblockable, so he can win games by himself if he comes out late game against control. Then we have the Tajimals, which are really, really good against stopping some bigger control decks as well as rushes that involve fire, because they power up whenever they battle a fire creature to 8,000, so they can kill Bali, they can kill Ganta, they can bounce with that big old dragon Bazagazil, you know how it is. And my favorite card in this deck, which Christian didn't have when he built the deck, is Bluum Erkis.
Hate.
Hateful. He's really fantastic. 6 mana, 8,500 power. He's giant. Whenever he breaks shields, and he's a double breaker, so he breaks 2 shields, and then you get to see both of those shields and activate their shield trigger abilities if they have them. So basically the spell is cast as your own. You can use the Terror Pit, use that Soul Swap as your own card, which is really, really good. And Then for creatures, it isn't quite the same thing. I think we've had arguments about how they actually work.
Yeah, but we found it out.
So I think the creature still activates. Is that
The
what
creature
happens?
does not activate.
Alright.
If you look at the shields, if it's a spell, you yourself get to activate it, and if it's anything else, whether that be a shield trigger, creature, or anything else, it goes straight to the opponent's hand. They can't activate anything else.
So there you go. It's kind of like Bali, only you get all the effects, and your opponent keeps the cards. So, that's Marino,
So
guys.
it's not like Bali at all.
It's not like Bali. It's a completely different card. So that's Marino, and I hope you guys enjoy the duels. Peach YouTube.
You missed your fingers and you get them.
There
There it is. Alright.
Solid profile. God, what are you doing?
Looking at you guys. Alright, YouTube, we're out.